Okay, Nelty Campy here, and I'm getting ready to judge the intermediate showmanship. So that's the 14 through 18 division. Their pattern is jog from A around B, stop, 180 turn, back, 180 turn, walk to the judge, set up, inspection, when they're done, 270, and trot away. Looks like we've got 5 exhibitors.
Show your heart out, intermediate showmanship.
This is Jackie. So steps off nice at the trot, good position, good transition. Comes around that cone really well. +1. Nice 180 plus half. Back's very straight, plus half. Another good 180, another plus half. Very straight walk. There are cows mooing like crazy in the background on this video, and the horse is paying complete attention to Jackie. It's pretty impressive. Looks like our front feet could be a little bit more square. It's hard to tell from this angle. I'm going to zero the setup. I want to give you the benefit of the doubt, plus half on the inspection. Good job on that pivot. We're going to plus half that and plus half the trot out. 4 on the F and E, and let me edge up. So we've got a total score of 78.5. Let me just double check that. Yep, 78.5. Nice job. Okay, we are moving on to Mira. Jogs off, maybe gets a little in front of this horse at the jog. 0. Does move the hind end significantly. Penalty 5 on the 180, -1 on the maneuver score. And just remember, you can take your time on those 180s. Back's a little bit crooked here, -half. Oh, much better 180 this time, plus half. Plus half on the walk. It doesn't look like the hind legs are super square here. It's hard to tell from this angle. And what I would like to see when you finish your inspection, when you cross over, I'd like to see you still facing the horse, toes pointed at the horse. We are going to zero the setup because I didn't get a great view of the hind legs. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. -half on that inspection. When you cross over, I just like to see that a little bit more even, toes pointing at the horse, so just a little more particular in your form. I am going to just -half that rather than penalty the 270. Your horse did not step out and move the pivot foot, but you didn't quite complete it. Jog is correct though, 0. We're going to be at a 3 for the F and E. Let me get you added up here. Okay, so we've got a final score of 66.5. I see a lot of potential here though. Just be a little bit maybe Just more careful, more particular, complete each maneuver before you move on to the next one, and that's going to raise your score quite a bit. Okay, we've got Emma. Nice transition into the trot. Comes around the cone very well. Love that halt. +2. Great pivot. +2. Just really smooth. Backs up smooth, straight, steady, goes somewhere. +2. Another good 180. I love the flow of this pattern. Everything just looks easy. I know it's not easy. This pattern has some difficulty, but she makes it look easy. +1 on the walk. The horse is pretty darn square there. And we get a good view of it because we get to walk all the way around him. Confident exhibitor in the inspection. +2 for the setup. +2 for the inspection. +2 for the 270. +1 as she trots off. She is an excellent exhibitor. 5 for the F&E, and that's my range, is from 1 to 5. I can't go higher than 5, but I don't see how we could do better than that. I'm going to add it up here. Okay, we're at a 91 for a total score. So far judging this whole horse show, and I've had a lot of showmanship. I think I only had one other exhibitor in the 90s, so really, really well done. That's a great example of how showmanship should look. And it takes lots of practice to get there, so there's no faking that. On to Sierra. Steps off. Good communication with her horse. Great position. Horse guides really well around that cone. +2. This horse pivots on the left hind foot versus the right hind foot. I'm still going to +1 on that. I could go higher if it was on the right hind. It's not a penalty to be on the left hind, but sometimes it's not as smooth. +1 on the backup. +1 on that 180. I like how she just marches right up here. Great position. Great posture while she's walking. I'm going to +2 that walk, and I don't do that often because it's not a lot of degree of difficulty, but boy, I liked it. Horse is very square. Exhibitor is super confident in her inspection. That's a square horse. +3 on the setup. And okay. I'm not sure I gave a +3 on the setup today. +2 on the inspection. +1 on the pivot. Walks off. +1. Here we've had 2 in a row now. Another excellent exhibitor. 5 on the F&E, and I'm going to add her up. Okay, we're at an 89. It's a really nice score on this pattern. Great job. Coming to Katrina. All right. Steps right off. I'm loving this class. Good communication, comes around that cone well. +2. Good turn. I'm going to +2 on that. Little hesitation going into the back. Maybe a hair crooked here. I'm still going to be at a +0.5. I still think it's a positive maneuver. Maybe didn't have quite the speed in that pivot as the first one. +1. Walks off. Could see a little quicker walk compared to the pace of the rest of your pattern. +0.5. Squares up. Looks pretty square in the setup. I can't confirm it because I am only seeing it from the front. But +1 for the setup, +1 for the inspection. I'm gonna be a meanie here and just glance at this pivot one more time. We do slide that pivot foot, looks like just a little bit, but we're kind of rebalancing too when we're leaving the pivot. I'm not gonna do a penalty for that. I'm just gonna minus half the maneuver score. Trots off nice, +1/2. 4 for the F and E, and let me get you added up here. We are at an 82. We might see a cat soon because he has he's been hanging out for a while we've been judging, and he's getting a little bored. So I hope he doesn't come help me, but it looks like he's up here. All right, so that completes our showmanship. I can go ahead and place these guys for you. In first place, we have Emma. In second place, we have Sierra. In third place, we have Katrina. Fourth place, we have Jackie. I think this is you. And then in fifth place, we have Mira. Guys, this was an excellent showmanship class. Everybody did an outstanding job. Really high caliber runs here. It was fun to judge.